Park is a family theme park, very much focusing on families with young children. We welcome just over 1 million visitors a year, and we've also here now the home of Peppa Pig World. We opened Peppa Pig World in April 2011, and that had the effect of doubling our visitor numbers. When the visitors sort of increased the levels that they did, we needed to make sure our infrastructure from a systems point of view was sort of commensurate with the numbers of visitors we were enjoying. We have about 85 permanent staff, and during the season we employ anything up to about 500 seasonal members of staff. We've been with Sage really from the very, very early days. Certainly, I believe we had Line 100 on site for about 17 years before we upgraded, and it was Accounting Answers prior to TSG that was sourced through. We'd been dealing with Accounting Answers for a good number of years before Accounting Answers were acquired by TSG. It's a local supplier with a sort of national standing. And whilst all the skill set may not be based in Southampton, there's always somebody within the network that is there to support us. We don't have an IT manager here. TSG handle all our IT infrastructure and network and Sage, the whole 9 yards. System care being open and available for calls sort of on a 7-day-a-week basis and on extended hours gives us that support and that comfort that if something does go wrong, we have got somebody there that understands the system and knows pretty much how to deal with any problems that arise at the time. One of the good things with TSG is that the staff has been reasonably stable. So a lot of the people we're working with now, we were working with 10 years ago. So they actually understand the business, which is quite complicated in terms of how it all links together, but they've got that understanding. We upgraded to a virtual server sort of 2 years ago to accommodate the Sage 200 programs, as well as other things we were doing. So by having that on a virtual platform, we believed that was going to future-proof us for further development, in that one program wouldn't trip over another when they're sitting on the same server. So that worked well, and that was done through the advice of the specialists within TSG. So from our point of view, it's a one-stop shop. From my point of view, I didn't want to have one person supplying the software saying, well, it's not working properly because the server's not up to it. At the moment, I only have one conversation. We were starting to sort of realise as we were developing with web sales and other parts of the business is that we needed to sort of move ahead. We considered other options, but we settled on Sage 200 because it linked in very nicely with everything we did. And actually, the Sage support as well for our Line 100 was very good, so why change really? We needed something that had that sort of resilience as well, because we're a 7-day-a-week business and you've got to just make sure that it's working 7 days a week. It was a big project and there was a capital cost there to do it, and we didn't want to be in the position where in 4 or 5 years we wanted to do the same thing. TSG obviously understand our business. They understand how it works. So as part of the briefing process, with Sage 200 being sort of completely customizable, we were able to sort of set it up in a way that was commensurate with what we wanted to do. We have other software packages that feed into it. We have Sage Point of Sale that administers our tickets in the admission kiosk. We have a specific EPOS process that is in our tills in our restaurants. And also we understood that as we grow, we can tailor it to any requirements that may be forthcoming in the future. And already we've made a few changes. We linked the EPOS package, which isn't the Sage package, through to Sage 200 for invoice approval, invoice matching. That has been a significant benefit, and the two systems just linked together. And that was developed with both our EPOS supplier and the Sage specialist within TSG. I think the implementation went very well. Everyone got used to it very quickly, and it just was sort of a natural roll-on to what we were doing before. If you've got the foundation for anything right, it becomes an awful lot easier to build on it. One of the other significant advantages of Sage 200 is the fact that we've got business intelligence included within it. So that gives us the ability to produce reports on a monthly, weekly, annual basis as we require, but more importantly, to pull out any ad hoc reports we need for any particular requirement we have at a time. Sage 200 gives us the flexibility to grow and gives us the confidence to drive forward as a basis for continual improvement.